Hey, what's going on? It's Rico with No Boring Concrete. We are here in Winter Haven. We're doing a concrete countertop project, and we've been at it for a few days here, just trying to get everything prepped, beefed up, and everything. If you don't know anything about construction, I will tell you 90% or more of it is completely all in the prep. You can have a nice finished product, but if you don't prep that floor, the substrate, whatever it is you're doing, it's not going to last. It's going to look great at first, but won't hold up against the test of time and wear and tear and all that good stuff. So here we are using Z-Forms, and if you're following and watching this video, there should be a promo code. So if you decide to order some Z-Forms for your next project, it's the easy way to go. I used to do a lot of precast, meaning we would cast it in our shop and then fabricate it and then bring it in on site like granite guys do. And I just found a simpler way for myself, because for the most part, myself or just another guy, and I find it super easy to just put in the forms, cast the material in the spot, snap them off, and you're good to go. So let's do a quick walkthrough here. Now, mind you, this is overkill. This is the way I do it. It's not protocol. It's not whatever. This is what works for me. May not work for you, and I just don't like callbacks, so I do it this way. With that being said, let's show the project at hand. We have that little piece there still to finish up, but I just kind of wanted to show you this before we get too wrapped up here where I completely forget what I am doing and then don't make a video. So in this project here, what we're doing is we have the Z-Forms here in place. Super easy. They screw down along the perimeter of your cabinets or your substrate, whatever you're using. We have the basalt mesh that's nice and tight. We have the Z-clips here that hold everything in place. And then what I do for added measurements, just to be safe, is I bring in some lath metal pieces and I screw them down onto the substrate here and let it overhang, almost coming in about ½ an inch from the face of the Z-form here. Only because there have been times in the past where concrete mixes are too soft or the forms are pulled off too soon, and by yanking on it or someone leaning on it, it could snap off. This will ensure that that concrete's embedded into that grid and nothing's gonna just separate from that. So, and then on these longer runs, when we have wider or longer areas, we'll tend to run rebar in there. And I like using the fiber rebar here. You can find them in different sizes at Lowe's, and you know, you can use traditional rebar. This one we ran all the way to the edge, so we're gonna wrap around this cabinet. We didn't know if we were gonna do that or not, but I found a way to kind of shorten up the Z-form, modify it, and then to add to that, we are adding this like rubber form here that's gonna have like a rock edge appearance. So that'll be pretty cool when we pull the forms. That's what we're doing here. The concrete is gonna be casted in black. The finish is gonna be in black, meaning whatever coating we put on it and sealer will be black. So, and it'll be matted out, so it's gonna look awesome. She's super happy, and she wants that rock edge like I just said. So very unique request, and she's gonna be super happy with that. This is the opening for the stove. It's a drop-in cooktop, and so we have very little room here, so we want to make sure we just have the rebar going across all the way, and then we picture frame it all the way around as well. We try to make sure we make contact with the other pieces, because the most vulnerable and weak areas of any countertop cast are the openings, usually around like a grill, sink, cooktop, that kind of stuff. And so this corner here, those 4 corners, you usually see a crack going diagonally, going out that way. We're not gonna do saw cuts. This is not a sidewalk, so we wanna make sure that everything stays pretty nice. This is a nice Lazy Susan here. It's nice and solid, so we just kind of ran a few pieces over here just to create some sturdiness. And then this is probably like the biggest biggest kitchen sink that I've seen. It's a stainless sink, and it's like, I think it's 40, I know it's close to 40 inches. I can't remember at this point, but it's the largest sink that I've done. And then the thing is, this cabinet like jogs out, and so we had to mirror that effect, you know, and then it has another like 45, and then you got those angles and those angles. So it's just very complicated. I'm not a wood trim guy, so that made it very complex for me, and I just had a hard time. None of the angles even lined up, so you couldn't do what you do here over there. It's not, they're off quite a bit. But what we did here is we created a dam system with foam and then put some clear tape on it. So when the concrete pours in here, it doesn't go into the sink. Most of the time when I do a sink like this, I usually just have the sink sitting down below. We'll create some kind of border here with some foam, knockout or something, butt the concrete up to it, and then we're done. We knock that foam out, and then we can bring the sink up and mount it like an undermount. But this was so complex because we had very little room on the inside, and we're trying to come out to these far corners of this jog out here, that it wouldn't allow us to bring it up and slide it in towards me here. So we have to cast this one in place. So we have it masked off, taped off, plasticed off, everything, so we don't get concrete in there and we don't get any other coatings in there to mess up that finish. There's going to be one huge faucet here. It's really unique, really custom, one of a kind. That's the other foam knockout, rubber knockout for the soap dispenser. And we have the rebar running all the way across the back, a couple pieces this way, and then again some pieces that kind of just tie in to break up the possibility of that crack running all the way across. And again, more of that metal scrim, more of that rubber molding, and just a little bit of support here. The tip here, if you guys have any openings, we had room to put some wood in the back. I reinforced this side over here with some wood in there, and then didn't need anything there because the cabinet's there, but needed to make sure that I had enough width for the dishwasher, and I maxed out on my height already, so I couldn't put another piece of board under there. So right now I'm just using that temporarily, so when I pour it, there's no sag, and when I dump it out, the reinforcement that is in here should hold everything and stabilize it anyways. But if you got a project that you're looking to do and you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We can help you out. You can check out our videos. We have a ton of videos online, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all that. So, and if you are looking to have a concrete countertop but you don't want to take it on yourself, not the DIY type, then reach out to us. We will reach out to you, give you a free consultation, no obligation, just give you some pricing. If you want to move forward, great. If not, appreciate it anyways. And feel free to reach out to us. So we'll be doing a final walkthrough at this. I don't know if I'll take any footage like with the actual pouring of concrete and that kind of stuff. But I just want to give another shout out to Z-Forms for helping us out with this project here on the forums. And like I said, there should be a promo code somewhere in the description so you can order yours, save some money on there, and everybody wins on that one. All right, we're out. NoBoringConcrete.com. See you.